going on with you guys? Thank you for tapping in with me again today. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Cleveland. So happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody having a good year so far. What y'all do? Y'all doing anything good? Me and my family, we stayed in. We didn't do anything. Made sure I was asleep by 9:30. To keep it real with you. Kind of old. Anyway, got the first fish of 2023, y'all. We got some new fish over here in this 37-gallon right here. But I got some new fish that I'm about to show you right now. I got a fish that we about to put into this 125. This tank is looking good. It's been looking good ever since we cleaned it. Let's take a look at it. You'll also be able to take a look at that fish. Check it out. Check it out. Tank looking so good. So good still. Got the Emperor Angel right there. High fin snapper. One spot fox face rabbit fish. Got the hippo tang right here. We have two of the clownfish over there. And the puffer is somewhere. And then the puffer right there. The stars and stripes dog face puffer. Look at the clownfish. Beautiful. So yeah. This tank looks so clear. Insane, right? Yep. Looks really good. And this is what we just got right here. Another angel. This right here is a Quran angel. Gets about 15 inches. It's gonna fit in perfect with everybody else. So that's one of the fish we just got. I'm gonna show you the other saltwater guys we just got. All right. So we got the Fiji Nassau tang right here. Beautiful. Beautiful, right? We got the red spot hawkfish right there. Inquisitive. It's gonna help clean up the bottom. And then you already know we have the pajama cardinal, firefish. We got the blue line rabbit fish in here. And then we got a lionfish right here. So this is now turning into one of my favorite tanks as well. I mean, our saltwater collection is really coming back. Look at how beautiful this guy is. Cool looking little fish. So yeah, 37-gallon. Ran off of 2 sponge filters. I just picked up a hang on the back for this tank. So then I'll show you all how you integrate in a hang on the back filter for your saltwater aquariums and just phase out some of these sponge filters. I plan on putting the sponge filters on a couple other the saltwater aquariums, maybe the 20 gallons. But I want to go ahead and put a little bit more filtration on this aquarium. We got a few nice fish in here and we want to make sure that they got adequate filtration. I know it's kind of funny to hear me say adequate filtration when we're talking about sponge filters, hang on the back filters. But lo and behold, right? It's working, ain't it? That's what I thought. Now, you could do it yourself. Get started into the hobby, the saltwater hobby. And then as you learn, you could definitely start switching it out. Like I said, I'm about to add on a hang on the back filter. And then, you know, we got some with the DIY filters right there. This is a DIY filter on this guy. Above the tank sump. And look at the water. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. With the DIY sump right here. This one, DIY sump right here. We got these guys in here. Niger trigger, Emperor snapper, stripes. We got the striped puffer fish right here. We got the striped puffer fish right here. We got the pineapple trigger right there. We got the orange line trigger right there. DIY above the tank sump. Now, moving over. Big 225. Look at that Panther grouper. Look how big he is. God. It's definitely gotten pretty big. It's almost time to get him into that 1,600 gallon. We really need to start building that sometime soon. Got to get the wood. But anyway, let me show you what we have in here. Here's the other fish that I just got. Another high fin pleco. Now I had one of these guys before, and I had to get another one. We lost it when we first moved in. It was actually bigger than this, but this is pretty close to its size. So yeah. And here's the guys in the 240. We have the red-tailed giant gourami right here. I brought the feste over here, the female feste. We got the vieja chasing her around. We have the Atabapo pike right there. We have a green bay snook right there. We have another vieja Pictus catfish. We got the striped Raphael catfish in here. Another striped Raphael catfish. Another Pictus catfish. We got some fish in here. Another striped Raphael catfish. You know. And I had to move the flower horn out. He was doing a little too much up in here. He killed our bass. Yep. Flower horn killed the bass. All right, so let's go ahead and release this guy. We could get him in right now. Easier acclimation, temperature acclimation. He's been sitting in this bag for about 30 minutes. Time for him to get in. Saltwater gonna be a little bit different, as you know. We gotta do a drip acclimation on that guy. All right, so let's see. Perfect, just like that. So I put him into this container first, and then we'll scoop him out and put him into the tank. I might just go ahead and keep this bag. Bags, plural, more than one bag, pleco. There we go. Looking nice. Really remind me of the one that I had before. I grew him out for like 5 years, 6 years before we lost him. Let me bring you in so you can take a look at him. He's pretty nice in size too. All right, there he is. Let's go ahead and get a little measure on him. Let's see if we can do that. Go ahead and put this right there. Okay, about 10 inches. Yep, you see that? Oh, see that? About 10 inches. Let me zoom in for you. See that 10? 10 inches, baby. Sweet. Yep. I like it. Like it a lot. Matter of fact, I'll keep that ruler in here in this bucket right here, since I'm always using this one to acclimate fish. That way we can measure them straight in the bucket. Let's go ahead and get this guy inside of his new tank. I don't know what size tank he was in, but this is definitely a nice aquarium for a 10-inch pleco. There we go. And he's in. Look at him. Ooh. Look at him. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Yes. So happy to have this beautiful stunner right here. And there's plenty of driftwood in here for him to be munching on. That was the reason why I really wanted a pleco in here, because he's going to be munching all on this driftwood. You see that fungus and, you know, all that grows on the driftwood? He's going to be eating all that off, munching on it, having these rocks clean, all of that. We need to get some plecos inside of this pond. Definitely give me a few plecos to throw in here coming soon. Believe that. Yeah, let's just hold on. Let me let you see this thing. This thing is looking good. This thing is looking good. Look at everybody right there. So since I took out the female feste, everything been cool. Look at the dove stretching his mouth. There's a dove right there. 2 buddies, my 5-star general, my 4 red devils, my 1 flower horn right there, albino Oscar, you know what I mean? My Salvini is in here somewhere. You got the African pike right there. Thank you, bud. Got the African pike right there. And look at the arowana. Like, he grumpy. He grumpy. For sure. Might need to feed him. Could you give me a fillet for him, babe, please? You know, we got the red-tailed bricon in here as well, and we have another red Atabapo pike in here. Look at the plants. Hold on. Let me show you this elephant ear, because this is crazy. Okay, so let me give you a nice good size comparison. Now, I got big hands. Now look at this one. Crazy, right? Like, I mean, that one is like the biggest. This is definitely the biggest leaf. Insane though. All indoor. Best believe this plant right here is doing a phenomenal job of assisting me with filtering out this water. Believe that. All right, let's go ahead and finish acclimating our little saltwater guy, and then we could go ahead and get him into his new home. Look at the pleco, man. Look at the pleco, man. Look at the pleco, y'all. Man, I'm juiced about that. I don't even mean to get loud like that. I'm happy though. Happy. Man. You wouldn't even believe how much I paid for him. 40 bucks. 40 bucks for a 10-inch fish. I mean, they stay looking out for your boy. With that guy. Man. Yeah. Yep. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get the Quran Angel into this 125. So now for this guy, what I got to do is we're going to turn the card around like that for you. We're going to bring y'all in a little bit closer. So now that I got you in as close as I could get you, let's go ahead and get this guy acclimated. So the point of that was just the temperature acclimation. Now I want to water chemistry acclimate the fish. You could do it 2 ways. You could either do a drip acclimation. You could pour a little bit of water in there into this container every so often until the water doubles in volume. You got a couple options. I will most likely pour the water just because I don't have my hoses, my little tubing, my little airline tubing. Usually I like to use clear airline tubing, and that's what I can't find. So what I'll do is I got a nice little cup. I pour some of that water in there. A bit more. Then I'll wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. Monitor the fish behavior. You don't want to do this too fast. You know what I mean? Each fish is a little bit different. Some invertebrates, you want to have a slower acclimation. Starfish, slower acclimate. Like, it's a lot like invertebrates, slower acclimation. You know what I mean? Snails, it's like 50-50. I think you should do a slower acclimation with snails and things like that. But nonetheless, I'm not going to go too fast with this acclimation. There's no need to rush the process. You can make this process take 15 minutes. You can make it take 30 minutes. I'm comfortable with knowing that this water is pretty much the same as that water. This is 1.025. The water they keep their fish in is 1.025. So it's not too much of a difference, but it's enough of a difference that I will do the process of doubling the water in volume. I just won't make this process drag out 15 to 30 minutes. You could wait probably a minute or two in between the cups. That way, every time you add the water in there, you give the fish enough time to get used to that temperature before you subjectively shock them again. You know, that's why when you do the acclimation, it's slow. It's very subtle. Pouring it in like that, it's a lot faster. It's not always recommended, but you can get away with doing it that way. Like I said, based off your comfort level. This guy is going to look absolutely amazing. The other one that I want to get, and the reason why I got him, honestly, is because he has the same body type as the Queen Angel. Now, the Queen Angel is the one I really want to have. Like, I had the Queen Angel before, and I had the Emperor Angel. So now I have the juvenile Emperor Angel that has to go through its transformation. And now I have the Quran Angel that is also going to go through a transformation. That's the beauty of a lot of these angelfish in these saltwater aquariums. They look one way as juveniles and look totally different when they're adults. And that's what I really enjoy so much about the saltwater hobby. I mean, whether it's wrasses, whether it's some tangs, triggers, angelfish, like they just change. They just change into total different fish. You know, you don't really get that so much with freshwater. You know, you do with, if you're talking about like African cichlids and some Central American cichlids, but for the most part, if it's not cichlids, they almost gonna look the same way from the time they were small, from the time, maybe not fry, but smaller fish until adulthood, juvenile fish till adulthood, they almost look the same. Not very much of a difference. This tank is also becoming one of my favorite tanks now. I mean, this one is just so much fun to watch. That's why I had to get another fish for it. I can't wait to get those guys in here. The Nassau tank is going to come into here. The blue line rabbitfish, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it back in here. We might have to throw it down here into this 125, but we'll see. We'll try to get them back in here. But the other guys are going to definitely come into here. All right, let's get a little bit more water in there. And so I'm not really filling up the cup, about halfway. There we go. We got one more go. And that'll be it. I thought he was almost the same size as my Emperor Angel in here, but he's quite a bit bigger. That might be a good thing though, because I don't know if you know this, but angelfish are aggressive. And so a well-established angelfish, even though it's small, can still display dominance against a larger angelfish and potentially stress it out. So I think this will actually work in my favor. I don't think that he's going to go in there and bully This guy, I don't see that happening. I mean, he's like, it's almost his tank right now, believe it or not. So I don't see that happening. But it wasn't intentional. I wanted them to be around the same size. They did have a Emperor Angel that's a juvenile that's around the same size as that guy, but I didn't need two of them. I already have one. You know what I mean? In the process of watching it grow out, I've never done that before. Every time I bought my Emperor Angels, my Queen Angels and such, I've always bought them full grown, you know, looking like an adult. So all of their colorations, it was already there. I didn't get any that was in juvenile status. But this is going to be cool. We get to do this together. You know, new fish room, new house, all that good stuff. We're doing things a little bit different. I want to start a lot of these fish off small, and I'm not really trying to buy any big fish right now. Like if any of the fish I buy that small, if they get too big and I have to put them in the 225 temporarily until I get the 1600 going, I want to do that. But I don't really want to go and buy a lot of big fish that I have to immediately quarantine and throw in the 225. Then all of a sudden, I got to immediately make that 1600 because that's going to happen, but that's going to happen this year. You know, I don't really have a fish that's making me build it fast. But if I get a whole bunch of other fish, sharks, all the things that I plan on getting for the 1600, if I get them now, it's going to be pressing. You know what I mean? It's going to push me into building it a lot faster than I actually want to. So I'm not going to do that. This guy's ready to go in. Let's do it. All right, check him out. Looking good, looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. Come on. Get in the net, get in the net. Come on, let's go. There we go. All right, let's get him in here. Stunner. Stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this beautiful fish. Yep. We're going to get some color in this tank, y'all. Look at how the blue is popping. Kind of like matched with the paint that I did on the tank. It's a beautiful blue, isn't it? Yeah. So he's going to have a couple of guests come over and introduce themselves, and you know that's to be expected. The one I'm really curious about is really the Emperor Angel that's not even bothered with coming over to say hi to him. Might be a good thing. If it was going to be some kind of smoke, if it was an issue, he would have gone over there immediately. Oh, here he come. All right, let's see. A little water drop. Yeah. Yeah, looking good, y'all. Looking good. We're building back up. We got to get a clown trigger soon. That clown trigger is coming soon, for sure. No issues. They recognize each other, you know, they're doing their little display, coloring up. You see how he's coloring up? But I don't think it's going to be any issues. But I told you that even a smaller one will still try to press up on a bigger one. And even my hippotang is over there trying to be a little aggressive. Look at Dory. So I think it might have been a good thing that I got one that was quite a bit larger, because he's unbothered. Even though he colored up, he's unbothered. And they kind of gave up on it. Look at that. Yep. Look at you. Beautiful, beautiful. It's your new home, bud. Welcome to the fish corner. Yeah. First time having one of these. So, you know, wanted to switch it up. Some of the same fish I had to get again, but then some had to be a little bit different. Hence the high fin pleco, the high fin snapper. Also the one spot rabbit fish. I didn't have that one last time. And then, as you can see now, our new addition, the Quran Angel. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish. Watch how his colors change up when he turns into an adult. They almost look the same right now. right? Pretty close, huh? The clownfish a little nervous. Man, this is a fun tank now. I wanted to stop recording. I thought I was going to end it, but I just keep recording because it looks so good. Maybe it's just me. I'm a fish nerd for sure. Come on, back up. Get away from the puffer. All right, y'all. So it was a success. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. This is a beautiful fish. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up. Look at the high fin, growing his fins back. You remember I had to take out the striped puffer fish? I had to take out the striped puffer fish because he literally bit the fins off of our high fin snapper. Also, he clipped one of the clownfish, the fins, the tail. Since then, the tail has grown back. So yeah, he was a problem. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. This tank is amazing. Tank is absolutely amazing. So that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you were inspired by something. If you were, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button for me one time. Hit that notification bell. It's right next to the subscribe button. That way you know every time I upload. Also, if y'all like the video for me one time. It helps a lot, helps the algorithm. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. I will catch each and every single one of you in the next video. Peace.